She take my money when I'm in need. Yes, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger and way over town. But that digs on me.
Hey, ladies and jerks.
Hello,
And
hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey.
hey.
Hello. We got a full panel tonight.
Hey,
Whoa.
everybody in chat. Welcome back.
Tonight is your ideal opportunity to hear Lurker and her opinion on Cher. Settle
Yes.
down.
Oh, my God. I was biting my tongue. Well, I couldn't didn't have to bite my tongue, but boy, did I want to pull over and just jump on a link yesterday when you all were talking about Cher. Because y'all know I've had strong opinions about Cher from day one. It started with the whole Dawn and Candace thing. You know, when she would, what first got me is when somebody doing dishes.
That was me.
One of us is always doing something. But anyway,
Tell her to sit down. Go ahead,
sit down,
Mugger.
Tanya. When she brought Dawn on, I think it was the first time, and she told him to dress up. I thought then and there, look, there's something wrong with this lady. Whatever. But I did watch her shows because Dawn came on there a lot. Sometimes Candace hated Cher. Let's be real.
Yeah.
No
She
love
did it too
lost
well.
there.
Oh God, Candace could not stand her. And that I get it, man. Like you're calling this woman's husband every night. You're trying to sweet talk him, and then later on you'd be bashing him or something. Anyway, Cher. So this new case, what's going on with baby Quentin? She has really, like, to me, she cannot come back from this. The Dawn and Candace stuff, maybe she could a little bit. But to me, this right here, she can't come back from. Not for me anyway. I know she says she thinks it's funny that she's losing subscribers, but she doesn't, because
No.
if she wouldn't have mentioned it. If you really think it's funny and you don't care, you ain't watching your sub count and you don't mention it. She cares. Here's the thing with Cher. I think what Cher does when there's any type of case like this going on, she watches what everybody else is saying and doing, and she purposely goes against the grain. Purposely.
Deliberate contrarian, definitely.
Yes. Even if she doesn't believe it herself, she has to be the one that's like, look at me. I'm different. And then today we were listening to her on some channel that she was on last night. Bless that poor girl's heart. She had to act like she agreed with Cher. I couldn't imagine. But Cher was talking about that she had all this information, and one day we're going to understand why she's taking this stance that she's taken, digging her heels in about. And what did she say? She had taken some type of gag order, which really Cher don't have to do a gag order. Shut up, Cher.
Shut up, Cher.
Shut up, Cher.
I would like to put a gag order on her, but that won't happen. But she's trying to convince us that we're going to understand where she's coming from one day. And if we only knew. And again, she's another thing I thought very interesting today. Mark went live. Mark, get out. Mark went live. And
OMG.
Run. Cher, first of all, the woman cannot let him just do his own panel. She's in the background chirping like a bird. But what is it she said? That she didn't believe that the babysitter was guilty. And Mark said he didn't believe it either. Okay, Cher, if you don't believe that the babysitter did anything, why are you gunning for her so hard, threatening to go real life? This is why, Cher, I can't with you. I don't trust you. I don't respect you. true crime ain't for you, and I don't think you'll recover from this. The only person you'll have is Cotton Candy Boobs and Mark by your side after this, and a few other little random supporters. But Cher, you do this because you like the attention. And I like what Pearl said the other day. It's not about you, Cher, or your dad. It's not.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah.
100%. Quit projecting it to be.
Yeah. But I do. I believe Cher does this because she just watches what everybody else is saying and doing, thinking, even if it's obvious. Like she's making excuses for the mom and the grandmother going out drinking and partying while the baby
No.
is being looked at, or not looked at, but looked for in a landfill.
Yeah, perfectly
What?
normal, right?
Right.
I mean, normal people have a hard time leaving their house when a family member
You don't
is
understand. They were in
deceased.
fear of their life. And the thing that you have to do when you're in fear of your life is go out and drink tequila and spend lots
In
of money
public.
dining out.
In public.
Go
You
to
do
where
not
the
know this.
bouncers are. Go to where the bouncers are. They're their personal security. They just happen to have drinks there as well and music. I mean, what is there not to love about that situation? I can think of nothing worse.
They heard the waiter was a therapist. That's why they slipped in their phone
Yeah.
number.
Yeah, that's what it
Right.
is.
And baby daddy number 3 left, so it was time to seek baby daddy number 4.
Oh God.
I just don't find it excusable at all. I'm not saying the lady can't go out and eat. I don't know why you would want to. Me personally,
Why
I
would
just
you go to a holiday area that you know is going to be full of tourists, all armed with, everybody's got a camera phone now.
right. I just don't find it like I don't understand any of her movements since this has happened. I don't.
No.
And
Well, and especially
Cher,
because they haven't even found him yet, right? So
right.
That's what
I would be out
that's the
looking, right?
worst.
Because I mean, I know they say they think they know where he is, but what if he's not there? I don't know.
As a mother, wouldn't you want to be out help searching for that child? Whether you're at a bar with your mom, just none of it adds up to me.
When Bullhorn Betty and Dolly arrived in front of that home, they couldn't find a single flyer. They
Oh,
never
yeah.
saw a single flyer for that child. I wonder why they're mad.
Gee, right? Like I get some people's frustrations with Bullhorn Betty. Sometimes I get it, but my God, there was a lot of things. Sorry, y'all. There was a lot of things that her and Dolly were saying the other day that, man, I can understand where they're coming from.
Yeah, I can understand too, but would I choose this to do it in the street? Maybe not. But that's just me. I'm not them. They're doing what they feel they have to. That's why we're
I
all
agree.
different.
I wouldn't choose to do it either. But also, I wouldn't choose to defend somebody who at this stage looks like they're the person who's admitted that they killed their
Right.
child.
Right,
Right.
right.
And me, I'm the type of person that if it was near enough for me to go down, I'd be out there standing beside him.
Yeah. Yes, stars. It does me too. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, Cher just, I think she loves this type of attention, whether it be negative, she likes it. And I think she gets off on it.
Well, she made no secret long ago of wanting to write a book, or rather, she would have it ghostwritten for her. And that's great. Live your best life. Congratulations. But I think that there's quite a few of us here and in every future case who will let hell freeze over before you do that on any child. So go ahead, Cher.
Right.
You do your thing, girl, but this isn't it. This
No.
is not it.
A couple of things that I noticed in that live with Alex that she did yesterday. One of them was quite telling. I thought when Mark was on his own, and Alex, I'm sorry, I can't remember her name. I should have checked before. Said, did did Mark think that Don would contact Cher when he got out of prison, jail? Can't remember. There's no distinction over here, so I use both terms interchangeably. When Don gets out, would he contact Cher? And Mark said that he didn't think Don would. And I find it amazingly coincidental that Cher has jumped on another very high-profile case and is getting in with somebody behind the scenes at the very time when, she's got this case now. So when Don comes out and he doesn't contact her, she can say, yes, well, I've moved on.
Right. Yes, that's exactly what she's doing.
I was busy.
Yes. And the other thing was that she let slip accidentally that the boyfriend had failed a polygraph test. She didn't choose to say what the results were of the polygraph test of the mother and the grandmother. Interesting.
Interesting.
Just the boyfriend.
Anybody
and
remember a
also-
similar situation like that cropping up before? Anybody?
Yes.
Anybody at all?
Mm.
Oh,
Yes.
Dawn and Candace.
Yeah.
It's funny how Cher's belief in the lie detector wavers depending on the side of the person that she's trying to get information out of. In Don and Candace's case, the lie detector wasn't important at all. And now suddenly, because the boyfriend has failed in this case, it's very important.
Very
Yeah.
important now. You know, it's just amazing to me how these facts matter when she needs it to align with what she's going along with at the time.
Absolutely. There was
Yeah.
also a comment underneath from somebody who was a subscriber of Shares. I screen
Yes.
grabbed it.
That
and
was
it's
a
in
good
the-
comment.
It was a great comment. I could have preferred it to be written slightly clearer, but it hit all the points absolutely spectacular. And whether we put it up or not, go and look at the comments. It's the largest comment, and it's from somebody who was a subscriber to Share. So not somebody who was a natural born hater, just somebody who's had enough.
I'm going to look for it because this was such
I've actually linked it. I've linked it in the private chat.
Okay. This was, God,
Well,
this was
it's a
good.
screenshot of it, but you can read it. It's a big one.
Lolita, that's your cue.
Lolita. God, she's vacuuming, I bet. Lolita.
Probably.
God, I wish I could share my screen because this is a good.
Dusty.
Yeah, I don't have screen sharing capabilities at the moment. Give me a minute.
Oh, she's in the shower.
She sounded like she was in the shower.
Yeah.
We can come back to that. Carry on.
Yeah,
The
we'll
point is we
come
can
back to that.
backtrack to it.
Well, here's a question I have.
Never
and not
mind,
to go-
guys.
Yeah. Here's a question I have, not to go into true crime, but just more so about creators. How do you all feel about creators contacting these suspects, right? So like in the Quentin case, the babysitter, she's not a suspect. I don't consider her one. And
Right.
I get people wanting to get information, but it's just a little bit weird to me with these people having communication with these suspects and then, recording and then putting it out for content. I guess maybe that's more the issue I have with it, right? Is going behind their back, secretly recording them.
Well, that's
Right.
I had an issue with that when Jenna did it.
Yep.
Jenna did that to Candace, and I don't like Candace, but dang, really?
So many
Yeah, I
people
felt
did
a
it
little
to Candace.
sympathetic. Yeah, I felt really sympathetic for Candace because so many did it to her. And I was just, can you imagine how heartbreaking that is? Every time you're trying to finally build some trust with somebody, they screw you again. You know what I mean?
Take it to YouTube, yeah. And that time, Candace was really. I remember that live like it was yesterday because I'd never
seen her
Candace
cry for summer like she cried over Jenna.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they were in a truck or something, her and Dawn, and they were throwing back the booze. And they had, God, these two idiots. They were idiots. I don't even know. They're like, it's all right, Candace. We love you. You're a good, strong woman. They don't even know her. But anyway, she's crying, drunk. And Don's got his arm around her like, it's all right, baby. It's all right. She's like boo-hooing about Jenna. And she's like, no, Donnie, I really loved her. You
I
don't
was
understand.
betrayed.
Yeah. So she was highly upset, more so than I'd ever seen her about Summer or her boys.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
on the
I think
on the flip side of that, then you also have Dawn, who is making friends with God knows how many women
Oh,
concurrently,
Prayer
and
garden.
having whatever relations he was with them yet to be determined. I mean, that's taken one for the team and then some. But if that's what you choose to do, you have made your own decisions. You have let the world see who you are as a person. If you're going to betray a friend, you're a duplicitous mofo. I don't want to trust you. I don't want to be
right.
near you. I have seen your work. Has it led to anything? No. All it has done is create hatred and mistrust. So if that was what you contributed, I mean, good luck with that. Good
Slow
luck.
clap, right? Yeah, that's not the yeah. I don't know.
I think if you contact them, it should always be on the record, and they should be aware of it. This is on the
Yeah.
record. This is my intention. This is why I'm asking. This is my whole intentions on having communication with you. I think that it's important. We're not detectives. We're not. We,
No.
you know, we some some like to refer to themselves as reporters, and I think that's true to an extent. But
Right.
you don't go in and befriend somebody and then take everything they told you when they didn't know that they were talking to somebody that was going to make the conversation public.
And I will say this, and that's very true, Eliza. What I think is happening here is we're seeing a shift from the news to YouTube is now the news. And it really has become, you can get your information faster here with
Yeah.
Right.
the media, like your news. It's all commercialized. They don't give you a whole lot of news and then back to commercial. A little bit of news, back to commercial. YouTube is the new media. I'm sorry, it is. Now, not everybody gets it right, but
Right.
a lot of people now come to YouTube because sometimes these creators get it out quicker than the news ever thought about. And they do a deeper dive into it where, like, these reporters that went to school for it are bound by so many laws that they can't even report.
Yeah.
Right.
There's news media that go to YouTubers to
Yeah.
look for sources. So
And
the YouTubers, they greatly outnumber the news reporters. So it's very likely that they're going to be quicker to a good deal of sources.
Right.
yes,
And
their
that's
It just
true,
feels
reach
like
is an
an
Shar.
awful lot further by nature of the fact that they can be local so often rather than, some faceless person that works for a corporation. If it's somebody that lives in your town, you're more likely to let your guard down a lot sooner, it seems like. But unfortunately, I don't think people still realize that no matter what your either prejudgment is on a case or how it ends up after the fact, they don't realize how much damage they can cause in the meantime by having literally nothing to govern their behavior.
Right.
And
Right.
I
that's
The
agree.
news,
ropey.
the actual, what do you want to call it? Mainstream media.
Yeah.
Mainstream.
You know, mainstream media has a lot of rules, and some of them are for very good reason. That they can't just go out and say something or
Right.
spread rumors.
I
They've
think
got
also
to
they don't
actual
actually want
have
to investigate because financially it's easier to get information, make a short sort of 3-minute film, slot it into your news program, and carry on to the commercial break. They don't want to invest the time and money that it
Yes.
takes to actually
right.
make contacts and work on something.
Yeah.
Look
Right.
at when they do a big story. Those are usually saved for the programs that are an hour long, and they've taken weeks to put together.
Oh, I mean,
Um,
look, when they do
whereas,
Dateline Dateline can
Right.
cover a story for 2 years before they actually
Right.
finish it
Oh
and make a
yeah, they
program.
do.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Whereas the reporter often has many stories they're working on, whereas several YouTubers will concentrate on one and kind of work through it. So they have a lot of information coming to them, where your average reporter probably has a lot of stories, especially if, like, Summer Wells, there's not a lot of stuff coming in about it.
No,
So they've
Ansley
got to be
Daniels.
working on something else.
Yeah, Ansley Daniels is all but stopped talking about it. I don't know. They don't ever, because I'm a local, they don't ever talk about summer anymore, ever. Not even like a 30-second, 15-second clip of, hey, here's her face, anything 1-800-TBI find. They have moved on to the Megan Boswell, and I'll give y'all a little bit of information on that in case y'all don't already know. Megan Boswell and her attorney cannot work together, y'all.
Shocker.
Yeah, he he wants to resign from her, and
Wouldn't you?
he wants to get. Oh yeah, I couldn't defend her, and she wants to get rid of him as well. So now the trial is being pushed up again, where it was supposed to have been this year in September. Then they moved it up to January because of photos and whatever other things that they wanted to see if they could present in the trial. And now, because of her,
Where did you go?
Oh, I thought it was me. I was like, oh man, did my
I thought
internet
that
cut
was
off?
I
me
did too.
too.
I was
I'm
real
like,
quiet. Like, what's going on?
I think maybe she fell off or something.
No.
Right in
her
the middle of
attorney's
her.
relationship,
There we go.
it's been. Can nobody hear me?
You're back.
We hear you now.
You
What
cut out
happened?
for a good deal of that.
I could hear you all. Okay. I don't know where I stopped off at, but anyway, Megan and her attorney can't work together, and it's been moved up. It was supposed to, the trial was supposed to have started this year in September. Of course, because of new evidence and photos that they didn't know if they were going to be able to show to the jury, they needed to discuss that. So it got moved up to January. Now, because of her and her attorney's bad relationship, it's probably going to be February before the trial starts, if then. So anyway, her and her attorney cannot work together.
Yeah.
Somebody is asking in chat if Tennessee has the death penalty.
We do. Yep. But I think it's been what, 20 years before Tennessee has used it.
Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
majority of states seem
Yeah.
to be where it's name only. You know, it's more of an aim rather than a purpose.
Right.
It's
It's
not.
kind of a bargaining chip. A bargaining
Yeah.
chip of, if you do this, we'll take death penalty off the table.
Nobody will
Yeah.
sell the lethal injection drugs to the prisons anymore either. So there's that.
And the converse is you also have more rights as a death penalty.
More appeals.
Once you have a
to-
death
Yeah,
penalty
that's what I
sentence
said this morning.
rather than a regular case.
They're a protected group.
Yeah.
They're protected where the victims are not. It's almost like if you go out here, and I'm not going to get too political or anything here, but it's almost like if you go out here and commit a crime, you kill somebody, you're protected.
Mhm.
But the victim or the victim's family is not. You just got to sit back and wait for some type of justice. And this is my belief. It's not the belief of anyone else on the panel. I don't know. This is not a justice system. It is just a system. Okay.
Yeah. Or as any solicitor or lawyer will tell you, it's, a court is not a place for the minutiae. It's for a court of law where it has to be written in the books. It's not for the minor details of maybe, could have, possibly, you don't know. It doesn't work like that in practice. And humans are very complicated beings. We see that
Yes.
every day. I mean, trying to even get to the point where we would legislate for that would be a nightmare.
Yep.
Where you can think of a bad thing, some demented person will think up something 1,000 times more cruel than you can ever imagine. So
I
there will
can.
always be a way around it.
Oh yeah.
Always.
That's why I understand why sometimes people take the law into their own hands. And I mean, you just get pushed to a certain limit, and they're like, you know what? I'm done waiting on justice. You're not bringing it. And if you do, it's going to be 10 years from now. Forget it.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. I'll be
And
right back, y'all.
all the tactics that are used to sort of stall a case or stall a judgment, or hope that by the time it gets to a court case that the heat, if you like, will be taken out of the situation. It gets really messy. Really messy.
It really does.
And on the subject of messiness, that brings me back to Cher and thinking about why people do things. One thing that has always troubled me and will never leave me, I think, is I have yet to hear an explanation that would make sense or become understandable about why she ever gave Dawn Wells the cheat videos, if you like, of how to cram for an interview. The chosen subjects of those interviews were the McCanns, and Madeleine McCann has never been found. And it just seemed very strange to me. Out of all the cases that you would pick, this is your example.
Right.
Why? What is your intention there? Because it doesn't feel good. It's not like you've given him some cold prep like you would give for anybody going for an interview. What is that? What is that? It's weird to me.
And watching Mark today, he is so upset that people don't seem to be as mad at Leilani as they are at Billy Joe.
I
And
found that weird. Yeah.
I can't understand where he gets that from. Does he not listen to anyone besides Cher?
I think Cher has him
Because
brainwashed.
I see tremendous despise
For both of
Leilani.
them.
Both.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think he understands that we can do two things at once. We can do many things at once. And we can dislike many people at the same time. And I have no respect for Billy Joe.
No, and
Nor
especially
Leilani. But Billy Joe had
Or the
those
boyfriend, for
children.
that matter.
Right. Billy Joe had those children placed in her care
yes.
legally.
Mm-hmm.
She not only had a moral responsibility as grandma, but she had a legal responsibility to protect the children. You don't, and I asked Mark, I know it's an extreme example, but if somebody was known, somebody that needs to register
Yep.
for harming children, would it be okay to let them babysit?
No.
No.
And not only
No,
that,
because that wouldn't be safe.
and
You
then
wouldn't
she
do
goes and parties with the daughter that did it.
Right.
So come on, Mark. I know you're
I can't
smart.
I can't stand either one of them.
Yeah, at this
They're
point, I
both
used to feel
disgusting.
yeah, I used to feel for Mark. Now he is just as culpable as Cher.
Yep. He's
Well,
enabling the entire situation.
Hey,
well,
Mama.
yeah, and he said something of the, if you let a babysitter watch your kid so you could have a night out on the town and the babysitter killed your kid, would you think that you're responsible? And I mean, that's a little different than leaving town for weeks, right? I feel like.
Well,
And not only
and
that, but as a mother of kids, I vet all my babysitters.
right
Um,
there we go.
yeah,
So
I don't let
if
just
you do
anybody watch my kid.
if you did due diligence on vetting your babysitter, then you have taken every precaution that you could to ensure your child's safety. This was not the case. The
Well,
babysitter didn't have anything to do with Quentin going missing. Quentin's mother did.
right. And as far as Billy Joe goes, I mean, she filed that eviction and literally left town for 3 weeks before, he disappeared. So, I mean, in the eviction, it says there is no peace in this house. She knew. And I think that's where people are upset because
Right.
it's not like, Leilani was changing her life around and she wanted, no, it's heavily documented that there was no peace there.
Right. And that's
So,
a
yeah.
great point. That's a great point that it was well known before that there was no peace in the house, but she left the children to suffer it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and
So
he's all, well, people have to make money. I mean, we all do, but we also arrange our schedules and our work around our children.
Hmm.
And so that is
You
what it
know
is.
what?
I mean,
Material things come and go, but Quentin never will.
right?
no,
It's
he will
it's
never.
sad.
Right. But yeah, Mark, like seriously, dude, I don't know what Cher has over you, but get your own independence back, your own way of thinking. Look, I love my
Find your
husband.
balls.
Yeah, but I do not like if he says it, okay, it's the gospel. Come on.
Yeah.
You become one, but not one complete mind.
The voice of reason isn't so reasonable whenever he's just parroting what his partner said.
Right.
That's not how that works.
He's supposed to be the voice of reason. Like, correct Cher. And Cher, I will never forget that fit you had. And I recorded it. I know you thought you deleted it, but I got it. I'll never forget that fit you had when you and Benny fell out. And y'all remember this?
I was
Oh,
just
yeah.
gonna bring this up. The little bitch slap fight they had over the phone.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was fighting him for the phone. She wanted Benny to come up, and Mark was done. He'd had enough of Benny. And she's like, "Don't you dare!"
Cher
And
is like obsessed with Benny. I'd swear she's in love with him.
she is. I know she is. And Mark knows it deep down too. Cher, I said it. You're in love with Benny. He's not your brother. You're using that for some type of disguise and you think it's cool. Oh, I remember a stupid community post she put up. And it's sad because it's one of my favorite Nicki Minaj songs. And Pills and Potion, for when her and Benny fell out, she put it up. This is all I'm going to say about Benny, and put up a whole song. Go to bed, Cher. Yeah.
He's not
Oh my
interested
God.
in her anyway. Do you see his wives? He had like really attractive wives. Like, what the hell would he want with Cher?
He wouldn't.
Fucking Skeletor.
Well, I
Lurker's
mean,
always over here tucking people in.
Right? Thank
Every
God.
time.
that
Every
with me
time.
with Cher, it's her personality and this weird. She's just weird to me. Like, Cher, I don't think you're coming back from this one, girl. And didn't she try to defend Chris Watts too?
Oh, well, that was going to be my thing whenever you said, you didn't think she was coming back from this. Unfortunately, the internet and YouTube are very, very strange places, and people seem to support some very unusual behaviors. Um, True crime, especially, I think the audience sort of ebbs and flows with depending on the case that comes in and out, and nobody really seems to remember what happened last week, never mind what happened 6 months ago, a year ago, 4 years ago. So therefore, the context of a situation gets completely lost all the time, so that they can say, "Oh, I'm fighting for the victim." God
Mhm.
forbid. I hope to God that you are, because if you're just doing what I can see you doing on face value, I want nothing to do with you. Even my worst enemy, I hope they have nothing to do with you as well, because you are dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah, I
And
agree with that.
I like what Marlena said. And this is so interesting. She said this because I thought about this yesterday. Always goes for the underdog. And I get that, some rooting for the underdog, but Cher is rooting for the trash and calling it the underdog. But that's what she thinks she's doing. She's like, "Look at me. I'm the one rooting for the one no one is, the underdog. Because somebody's got to do it." No, you're not.
And
Yep.
nobody's got to do it.
Nobody, yeah.
I mean, none of these underdogs are victims,
Right. That's the thing.
realistically,
They're not
right?
victims.
Quentin
Right.
is the victim. So I don't understand rooting for anybody that was in that house at all that morning, or the grandmother.
Right. I'm sick
I
of hearing other people's names more than I hear Quentin's.
Yep.
right.
Yes.
Well, and I think that, what Cher's stance is that she's kind of taken maybe that possibly the boyfriend was involved. Okay, then start doing lives on the boyfriend. Start exposing him a little bit. Start, where's he at? Where did he disappear to? What is he doing? Why is he running? I think there's a better way to approach it than, I don't know, the way it's being, oh, I have information. I can't tell you. You're going to have to trust me. I don't
I
trust
don't
shit.
think she has any information.
And I can never
I don't-
trust her.
Right.
No, and Mr. Mark's like, she wants to go there so bad, but she would be walking in that house. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
Said
know.
she wanted to
I never
come.
want to walk in a house where a 20-month-old went missing and those people are
Right.
sitting there.
And
No,
was
thank you.
possibly his killing grounds. No, thank you.
Right.
Right.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, Cher, come on down there to where this is going on. See where that bullhorn ends up.
Oh boy.
That would be funny.
Kind of.
I would super
Pay-per-view.
chat that.
All right.
Thank you, stars. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like so eerie, but so true though. I totally see her like marrying some freaking serial killer on death row.
You all think this has anything to do with her relationship with her dad? Because she has this
Yes.
weird obsession with
Mhm.
showing us his text messages to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. It must be something deep rooted.
And
Yeah,
he's not a kind man. Didn't he like murder people?
Yes.
Set him on
Yes.
fire. Cher told the story.
Like
Set
he's
him
so
on
proud of
fire
it.
and walked off and laughed about it. She told the story, and then everybody like is supposed to forget about it. Okay. Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yep.
I don't care. Say something to me, Cher. You don't pump fear in me at all.
Oh, and please, God, please do come for the, "Oh, you've all had such perfect lives." Good luck. Good luck proving that,
Yeah,
because
good luck, bitch.
you're going to have a hell of a time, girl. Or anybody for that matter. I love it when people say that. "Oh, you're so perfect." Really?
Yeah, like that's some type of
Really?
argument. Like what?
Well,
Right?
it's pretty close though. I mean, my dad was in the military. He was never in prison for murder.
Well, I mean, my life certainly wasn't perfect, but my God. Yeah. Queenie, I like that. Has Mark gotten more quiet than ever? I kind of worry about him. I used to. But yeah, he has. And when he goes live now, he barely does any of the talking. It's Cher back there. You can't see her, but damn it, you can hear her.
And I'm tired of people telling me I have a perfect life, like shaming me that I haven't gone to jail, that I haven't fallen into addiction, that
Right. I'm not sorry
why
either.
I'm not ashamed of it.
Right. Like we're supposed to feel bad or something. I don't get it. Like, is that your argument? This
Right.
is the hill you want to die on with me?
Right. Because I made different choices. Weird.
That's like that stupid Hopi. Hopi, you're dumb. I hope you're in the bushes. You, oh, God, girl, you
She said you're dumb. I can't. Oh my God. You're dumb.
No, I'm not
She
even
went
going
there.
to speak because I've only just been allowed back after being kicked out of the circle jerk community under the
What?
orders of Hopi. Hopi went on a tirade on the YouTubes, having me removed, even though she didn't know it was me and thought it was Pearl and God knows whoever else, because
she
that's how much
accused
attention
me.
was paid.
The
It
big
was
dummy
glorious.
accused me of being on there. Hey, Hopi, I am Lurker Jerk the Soup. Watch the live, which I don't think you watched it. You liar.
Nope.
You got sent information or you got butthurt because we roasted you a little bit because you wouldn't shut up in that one live. You sounded like you were out of breath. You sounded like you were going to pass out. Also, take a drink when you talk. That smacking ain't cute. You got to dry it out.
According to her, she was attacked. And I'm so freaking sick of people claiming that they were attacked by this creator or that creator. Bitch, if you're not cut and bleeding, you weren't attacked.
You weren't attacked. You just didn't like what I
Mm-mm.
said. That's like, yeah, exactly. Hopi didn't
There's a
like that
difference
you-
between being attacked and I got my feelings hurt.
Yeah, you got your feelings hurt. You got embarrassed, Hopi, and I get it. I get it. Because you were made to look like a fool because nothing that you claimed that was said was said.
Not even close.
Yeah, you call yourself trying to address us. You do that, you better do it correctly and come with facts, or I will say something. And I don't know what's going on with them other women, but they just think you're just so wonderful and you got them walking on eggshells. It's funny to me, but it would never be like that over here. And you don't like it.
Running to the drama community with the worst example of fake tears ever was that was such a step too far that I was like, oh, it doesn't really matter what was said now by anyone at this point. You are ruining your own argument. Stop all of it, because they can see through you. They've
Yes.
seen all this before many times.
I think it's probably true that they don't watch us though, because sometimes we use big words. And
Yeah,
so
Hopi didn't watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
some
gonna tell you
people
what happened.
usually don't like circle jerks.
Right. I'm going to tell you what happened. It's only the smart people that like us. Anyway, what happened was Heidi and her instigating self, trying to suck up to Hopi for whatever reason, went over there and was like, Hopi, I know that you're going through a hard time right now, but you're circle jerks. Hopi, they called you a scammer. Yes, a scammer. And Hopi's like, what? She was taking notes, y'all.
Oh God.
Oh my God. Look, she even woke Heidi up out of a sleep. Somebody,
did.
the secret informant, woke
Right, and
Heidi up
Heidi
out of
swears
her
she
sleep.
never can sleep, and they woke her up. It's so wrong.
God.
Hopi said she took notes.
Nope.
Oh,
We
there's she went
lost
again.
you again, Lurker.
I know, Pearl kept falling out too. There's got to be something wrong with StreamYard or YouTube tonight.
Well, Pearl said that her headphones died, so she wasn't going to come back up.
I gotta have Lurker try that again. I want to know what she said again. I don't think I heard her. What?
And that might be what happened to Lurker too.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
can't
hear
even
Lurker
hit that
very
note.
well.
Notes. Okay.
Oh, there she is.
Can you
Can y'all
repeat
hear
that,
me?
Lurker?
Oh, Hopi said that she took notes.
No,
Right.
starting at the what?
Yeah, start there.
They said this about me. They don't know nothing about my situation. I had a panic attack and had to walk off. Shut up, Frank.
Yeah, you got to throw the shut up Frank in there. Oh, for somebody who worships her, she is an asshole to him.
Awful. Telling him to shut up all the time.
I
So
know, it's
bad.
crazy when like Frank is the voice of reason and the one trying to calm people down. Like, what
I hope he
fucking universe?
destroys her one day. I hope he just snaps out on her because she's so rude to him.
Yeah.
It
I know,
will
it's very hard
happen.
to watch.
Yeah,
It will happen because she's going to make it happen, not because he chooses it. He has better manners than she does. She will make it happen no matter what anybody else says or does from here on out. It's a guarantee.
Yep. Eventually, he will. Because look, Frank ain't stupid, y'all.
Nope.
He's got a crush on Hopi right now, so he's going along with the get along. Anything she says is right and 100%. Sorry, Frank, whatever. You got a crush on her, I get it. But eventually, that'll wear off and he will snap off on her. He really will. And it'll be well deserved.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Right.
I'll be there watching and
I'm
screen
making
recording.
popcorn.
Yeah. Because listen, you know that he wants to and he's holding back. It's like he just ain't got to that point yet. But in the meantime, Frank, if you want to roast Heidi, we're here for it.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
We will make a special showing just to fit it into your schedule, Frank. Just let us know.
Yep. But next time when you come up here, you got to just stick to the subject. All that F-U, whatever. It don't impress me. Just stay on subject. Heidi.
Subject Heidi.
You know that just pisses him off so much.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
Frank, but the others.
Oh,
Right.
God, yeah.
Even just that little trifecta of friendship where you have Heidi, Frank, and Hopi. There's just so much complication going on in there that it's a lot. And out of all of them, I hope that Frank is the one that escapes relatively unscathed from the situation. The other two have made their own beds, literally.
I will say that Frank's visit here did seem to at least accomplish something that's a little bit good. I don't know how long it will last, and it certainly has had no effect on Hopi.
Well,
the
I probably
others
just
are-
ruined it.
The others are at least occasionally cognizant of the fact that they don't let Frank speak. They talk over him. And I have heard some of them making an effort to stop doing that so much and to stop talking for him. So, baby
I agree.
steps.
I saw it on Purple's one day. I agree.
Yes. Yeah.
They say Wild Fox in the chat. Dude, go home, man. You're drunk. The prizes are for the fucking Halloween costume contest, idiot.
Faux scam.
Oh my god.
Look out the R, my dude.
Speaking of, yes, prizes now total over $200.
Whoop, whoop.
People, you want to get in on this?
I want that Ulta card.
Video recorded.
You're a week exactly, Stars.
Fucking
You're a week
weirdo.
early, buddy.
Oh my god. Oh, go home. You're drunk.
And did Wild Fox even send an entry in?
Nope.
No, I haven't gotten that far.
Oh,
Look,
how are you
Video
gonna win,
recorded.
dumbass?
I'll report your life, Wild Fox.
Yeah.
they
So
couldn't
this,
even read the date. They're not going to read any of the details. Look, we're baby
know.
steps, people. Baby steps.
Right.
Did you send us your Halloween costume?
It means there's
No,
even
he didn't.
more prizes
Or see
bigger
whoever
prizes.
Wild Fox is.
Wild Fox, I saw you in somebody's chat the other day. You couldn't even spell. It was a whole mess.
Oh, Wild Fox! If you can't spell, you're in the wrong room.
Plenty of places where you will feel
I know.
very well.
I was just
Very
going to
well.
say we could probably drop a link to a couple that are
I know, right?
we're accepting.
It won't matter at all. Liplock said I want the pink Cadillac. What?
Wait, what?
There's a pink Cadillac?
You get a Cadillac, and you get an Ulta card, and you get nothing more. Fox, you're a week early. Go away.
I'll take the Ulta card.
Yeah. To fix. Scam confirmed.
I will take the PlayStation card so I can bribe a certain grandchild with it.
Hey,
Xbox for
Calamity.
me. For
Sorry
myself.
you got blocked, honey, the other day or timed out. That was an accident.
Yeah, we had some pocket mods.
Yeah, mods, if you got to put it in your pocket, can you take the chat off first?
Okay, Queenie says, you ladies be careful because you know Hopi will report y'all for being bullies. You try it. I've been on here a long time, Hopi. Don't try it with me.
And what I got to say about that, whatever.
Yeah. Because we're not bullying you. You. They have got to come up with new words.
We're attacking.
Yeah,
Stop.
attacking, bullying.
They're like, stop telling the truth about me. I don't want the truth out there.
That's really what they need to be saying. Y'all are telling the truth and it's like upsetting me and stuff.
I mean, honestly, just stop saying and doing stupid shit on YouTube and we'll have nothing to talk about.
Right.
Yeah, and we
It'll
have
never
every
happen.
right to spectate a spectacle. Okay?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. I can come on here and talk about it with these wonderful ladies anytime we want. There's
I gave you a fucking view, so there's that.
I had to give you a view to come over here and talk about it. Give my commentary.
I mean, really, there's a bunch of us. We gave quite a few views. And I'm subbed even.
Hey, Purple, you need to get your voice better. I'm having withdrawals.
See?
Right?
I hope she's feeling better.
Yeah, no, seriously, because bless her heart,
I kind of like the direction she's going.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's not as paranoid anymore about.
On a very serious note, without going into the immense details of the situation, there has been a person who initially was trolling Tony, and then it turned into a much darker situation. And considering over the past few weeks the trolling that she's already experienced.
Do you see Heather's comment? I'm sorry to interrupt. Are you saying that Purple's in the hospital, Heather?
Oh, no.
That's not good.
I hate to hear that.
I do hate to hear that. I'm being very serious.
That's probably the better place for her to be because she really sounded bad.
Yeah, the steroids didn't even knock it out of her.
No, realistically, with the issues she has already listed that I will not bring up again, it's not unusual for someone with those complications to need further care. So it's unfortunate, but I'm glad that she's getting the care that she needs.
Oh, she's in the hospital maybe for pneumonia. Oh, man, I was worried.
Yeah. I was worried about that as well.
Purple.
We're not really friends with Purple either, but
we don't want nothing.
We don't care whose shows you watch or whatever. You're welcome here, unless your name is Frosty Levitt or you're a
racist.
Type.
Right. I keep forgetting Purple's a diabetic, so everything's going to be 100 times worse for her.
Yeah,
I hope she gets better.
Yeah.
Quick.
Frosty was so mad that it was those three categories: Frosty, Levitt, or racist. She went over that a couple times. It made me laugh.
It was funny.
She said it like it was a person, though.
Right?
Like, who's this racist?
Like that was a screen name.
Yeah.
Right,
she joined herself together with those people and then wonders why she is being joined together with those people. It's like, no, hold on. You have made sure you have come as part of a package deal here, Frosty. So unless you're going to stand up for yourself and stand up on your own little big girl feet and speak, you can't complain whenever other people are concerned about your behavior and the behavior of those that you associate with. It hasn't happened overnight. It's not one confusing incident. We've all come to these conclusions by ourselves. It's not groupthink. It's not the hive mind that Hopi hopes for.
Right.
You know, we're all,
Collective.
we've seen a lot. We've seen a lot. And if we wanted to be vicious bitches, we could be.
Oh God, believe me.
Yeah.
Look at me.
I love how she's quiet for a while, and then all of a sudden she'll just say something. It's always look at me.
Right?
I love
Perfect.
You know, the one-liner.
her. She is the queen of one-liners, and you never know when it's coming. One time she said, "No, I'm not doing Tabby any favors." Oh, yeah, we're definitely thinking about purple.
Yeah. It is one thing I would look forward to was Purple reading the truly people for filth, because that girl can handle somebody who's just talking a load of nonsense.
Yeah,
She can.
she can.
As much as I may disagree with a lot of other things, she can do that. And she does also have heart and courage for her friends, which again
Yeah,
is something I respect.
I do. Especially
Yep.
what she did for Tony and
Yep.
Mr. Tony. Like, she didn't have to do that.
Yep.
And look, I'm going to say this. I know y'all touched on it yesterday, but seriously, whoever is messing with Mr. and Mrs. Tony, y'all are sick.
Yep.
I'm all for
Yeah.
trolling, but like trolling. You don't never, ever come up in her back chat with her child's name.
Yeah.
Knock that
Yeah.
shit off.
Knock it. That ain't funny. I don't know who told you it was funny, but it's not. And to me, you don't have a sense of humor. You're just sick.
Yeah. And it's one
I
thing I
agree.
wish that both sides would get together on a little bit here, because there's obviously one, two, possibly more very, very poisonous apples within the bunch. And that's not a personal issue. It's just something I can see as not being on either team. I have witnessed it happen. And yet both sides are that busy arguing with each other. Instead of solving the actual problem, they're letting it fester and people are getting hurt. Get rid of the people who are causing the problem.
Yeah, Lenny. Let's just say it, Lenny.
Poke, poke.
You're a nut. You are a nut. Like, you are obsessed with being hacked.
Right?
It's so weird. And you got poor Tony over there thinking people are hacking her StreamYard or so. I don't know what you've convinced her of. But you were so upset the other day that you wanted her to take your wrench because you warned her, told her. My God, leave her alone. Stop.
Yep.
Constantly with the conspiracy theories, and I've been hacked, dot, dot, dot. I told y'all, dot, dot, dot. And if you don't stop with them dots,
There's an entirely different community for conspiracy theories, isn't there? You might be in the
Yes.
wrong place.
God, she kills me. And she thinks she's old, wise Lenny. No, you're not. You're weird. Something's wrong with you.
Oh, girl.
Oh my God.
Lord.
How do you really feel?
And that's how I
You're
feel.
weird.
You and
In other
unseen.
words, go to bed, Lenny.
That's
You're
right.
dumb when he's weird.
Hey, Kim. Yeah, her and unseen, they can ride off into the sunset.
Oh
or back
my
up with
God.
6
On their little stick horses.
up. Yes, ma'am.
I want to be a shrinking violet like Soup someday.
I'm taking Soup with me everywhere.
Same.
I got you. I got you.
You have some soup and you have some soup. You do. You may not eat it, but you're getting some. You have soup. I'll have soup. Everybody gets some. It's great.
You get
Have
some
some soup and go to bed.
That's right. I'll put you to bed after I give you some soup. You see?
Special soup.
Soup and a bedtime story.
Yeah, Jackie Jude, it's always somebody close. It's somebody in that channel that has
Yes.
a wrench that's trying to create problems.
And I could see it being those three: Unseen, Heidi, or Lenny. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna say Heidi and Lenny more than Unseen. Unseen's over there just obsessed with us, talking about something we said that we didn't say. But Heidi and Lenny, they're more. I don't know. They're vindictive.
I was just gonna say, like, I mean, you noticed the other day some stuff starts popping up, and then all of a sudden Heidi's back in the game.
Yeah, always.
Every damn time.
Every damn time.
Just like she was waiting for the opportunity. Just possibly.
Like she knew.
If only
I don't know. I don't want to.
would
I don't want to
present
place
itself.
blame. Right. I don't want to place blame. I don't want to say anything like that. But I just, watching it play out like that, it definitely is a little weird.
Me too, stars. Mine's on Heidi. Heidi's a behind the scenes type of player.
Yep.
And she'll get you with that.
I didn't know. I didn't know that they were going to dox everybody. I have no idea why they wanted everybody's Facebook information.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm innocent. I didn't do it.
I didn't dox
what's that woman's name that they keep blaming? Bobby?
Oh,
Bonnie.
Debbie now,
Bonnie.
yeah.
Debbie.
Yeah. Bonnie.
Oh, Bonnie. Bonnie.
Yeah,
Yes.
it used to be Bonnie.
Bonnie lies over the doxing.
But she said with such pride the other day, I didn't dox 14 people at the tavern. Like, it was like, what are you trying to tell me here? That it was 13 and so that's okay?
Or
12,
17,
10?
17, 18. We go the other way.
Right?
Hey,
Right?
Frank called her out on that too on one of them lives. He was like, yes. Oh, it was the one where that crazy lady came up there with the voice. Frank, love Heidi. She loves you.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
it
that
was
was so
that live. It
cringy.
was at Purple's, but Frank was like, he was agreeing with that crazy lady. I don't know her name. She said that Heidi doxes people, and Frank's like, yes, I agree. She does.
Right. Yep.
And Heidi just sat there.
Eating ice cream, happy as Larry.
Heidi was oddly calm during all of that, and that
Right.
is why suspicions
Mhm.
have grown.
Yeah, because normally
Oddly
she blows
calm.
up and leaves and just lurks.
Cries and rages.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, Lenny, wow, really, accusations. Does anyone know my history with the creator? Does anyone know there's been multiple factual reports? FBI.
To the FBI, not the feds.
Oh, look, and she gave us the 3 dots. Hey, Lenny, if we drop a link, you want to come up here and tell us? I'll listen.
Oh,
Lenny,
please
go to
do.
bed.
Come on.
No, I'm being serious. I will actually listen to this.
Same.
Yep.
But ma'am, Lenny, you do go around and it's always with that poor Tony talking about that you have been hacked or someone hacked you. Who hacked you? Is it supposed to be Jenna? I don't know if Jenna's that smart. I don't know. It's weird to me.
Oh, the phrase the other day was not just hacked, it was properly hacked. And
Yeah,
I'm
what's
like,
properly?
what on earth are you even talking about?
None of these bitches have the brain cells to hack.
But look who they associate themselves with sometimes because, I mean, obviously people are set on trying
Go
to
ahead,
dox us
say
for
it.
what? For what?
Say it.
What do you want to know about me? I literally have nothing to hide. I have a lot to protect. I have minors and whatever. that, I don't want them blasted out there, but I have nothing to hide in who I am.
Wait a minute,
I
Lynn.
just, but we see this through those channels of them doxing and whatever. I don't know. Maybe somebody close to them. I still say it's close to them.
Definitely close to him.
It's always somebody in the inner circle. We've been doing this shit for over a year now, and every single time it's somebody within like the top 3.
Yeah.
100% of the time.
I just don't know who would like. I want Lenny to lay it out without 3 dots anywhere. What happened? Who doxed you? Or who hacked you? I mean, why? And exactly what happened? You keep talking about factual information. I'm here. No, thanks. There's a
Right.
say what I'm
Speak
saying.
fact. Speak facts, not in all these
So we'll
codes
carry
that
on.
are
Don't
not
you worry.
factual.
think
There's
I'll
an
show
open page.
Oh,
Maybe after the case is
oh.
closed, she could tell us.
right.
Wow,
Okay, Lenny.
interesting. What's so interesting?
Okay, Lenny. Are you using Jody Sue's feds?
Oh, I
Just
wouldn't
wondering.
use those.
God,
They
no.
seem worthless.
Lenny is a Jody Sue supporter, so
Well,
they
Oh,
it's
she
not a
is?
coincidence that these levels of paranoia have overlapped each other. Anybody that has paid attention to who communicates with whom can see where certain ideas are coming from.
Yeah.
And good luck with that is all I say. If that's what you want on your conscience, it's going to cause you far less worry than any open case will ever do, because that is forever, Looney. And I hope that you seriously think about what you're doing.
Yeah, like why do
Seriously.
you want to get poor old Tony, who don't even really know how to use YouTube or StreamYard yet, get her so worked up?
Yeah. What is the motivation in that?
It's
You know it's
cruel.
where her channel won't
mean.
even grow. It's not going to grow because she's got it locked down so tight. She will never get a community tab.
Right.
People come in there and they chat and they're like, who are you? What are you doing here? It's YouTube. It's not Facebook. If you want
Exactly. I see so many people getting kicked out of her chat just because she doesn't recognize them.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you have new people come in?
Oh, Lenny.
I think you were open who was open and non-biased? What? Doesn't matter whose channel anyone belongs. That don't even make sense. Whatever.
Oh, Lenny. I don't have the time, the patience, or the little stick men necessary to present this argument for you on how
Yeah.
you would understand it. All I can say is you really need to examine your own behaviors. If you're happy with what you're doing, go with God, because only He can help you at this point, and that's coming from a heathen. So take that as you may. But from here on out, we see how you screw with people. So if you think you're going to act the way that you do and nobody will say anything, we've all reached a point, again, a little bit like Frosty, independently of how we came to this point. So keep going, girl. Keep going.
That's
You
true.
want a star feature? We can make it happen. You will make it happen.
Yep.
Well, and since Lenny's in chat, I kind of want to ask, and to be honest, like I've always been respectful to her in chat. I don't always understand what she's saying, but I just, I'll move on. But to be honest, I've seen a lot of passive aggressive circle jerk comments.
Always.
What is her issue with us? What have we done specifically to her that she has this? I mean, other than tonight, really, we don't. I mean, we've made a secret agent Lenny or Squirrel or whatever. Other than
Yes,
that,
that's
hasn't been
fine,
much.
Heather.
I'm just curious, what specifically have we
it.
done?
Nothing. Her thing is with us is the typical bullshit that they believe that we are belonging to the cult of Ziggy Piggies. It's the
Yeah.
same, just bull crap.
Some people don't like to be called out on their shit. That's what it is.
Yeah.
100% of the time. People do not like being called out on their shit.
Right. I
And
mean,
I
yeah,
think
and a
So
lot.
what
we
happens?
thought that we were
What
just
happens? What happens when we call them out on their shit?
They get butthurt.
They get butt hurt. They jump on a panel and try to turn it around and say we said something we never said. And
Or they
if they're
deflect to our
brave,
leader.
Hey,
If
Lenny,
they're-
that reminds me what Eliza just said. You are so full of shit. You knew the unseen was lying, but yet you went along with her lies. That tells me right there, you want to talk about biased and unbiased? Ma'am, you knew that she was crazy and what she was up there claiming wasn't true, but you were in there in the chat just a windmilling for the nut. So don't
Yep.
talk to me about nothing, because I don't take your word for nothing.
That's a
we
real
see you,
stand-up
Lenny.
character.
We see you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, you beautiful ladies, I'm going to get off here for the night. I've got Netflix back. I want to tell y'all about this show. Oh my God, I sound like a sponsor all of a sudden. Oh my God. But seriously, have you all heard the story? This is actually based on a true story about The Watcher.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, well, it's on Netflix. They got the copyright to it.
Mhm.
And now it's playing out on Netflix. So I'm going to go watch it. But you all, if you haven't watched it or heard about it yet, look up Mr. Ballin, The Watcher. Watch it there first. Listen to him break this story down. It's based on a true story.
Yep.
And then go watch it on Netflix, because that's what I'm about to do.
She leaves us every time for the TV show.
I know,
I know.
right?
Every
After I
time.
just sounded like a sponsor for something.
Oh, and Harley's trying to run the end for you.
I've watched. Oh no, Harley!
Harley!
Harley,
You're
you
so
always
mean.
do this. All right, y'all. Have a good night.
Go to bed.
Go to bed,
Go to
lurker.
bed, lurker.
I'm going to bed.
God, I love Lurker.
I know, right?
Yeah, she's the best.
Oh shit. I'm reading
What was
chat
that?
now.
Is that a little giggle?
Did we ever get to Pearl's graphic? I know she was trying.
No, I don't.
then-
I'm on my phone. Unless you want to just hold on a second. Let me see if I can find it here.
While you're looking for that, Rise Up Shine On has a very important comment in the chat. And they would like to say that Ziggy is your common denominator, though. Seems like you guys disagree on things, but you do have Ziggy in common. That's not meant as a jab.
Well, that's
Shine.
a lot of creators, though.
Yeah.
What do
Ziggy
you-
had how many subscribers?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's common knowledge that the majority of us met through Ziggy's chat, or Summer's case, I should say, really.
Yeah,
Not
I would say
necessarily her
that's,
chat, but Summer's case.
that's
Summer's
the
case
common
for sure.
denominator.
Right.
Right
Summer's
there,
case.
Summer.
But we're
Yeah.
also in Tiffany's. We're in Scott's. We're in Cam
Cracking
Alley's,
cases.
We're
We are all over
Yeah.
the place.
Yep.
Even BK's.
Literally.
Yeah.
But not
I mean,
Cher's.
shit, I've watched Cher, even though I despise her. I
I'm not
have
in
watched some of
BK's
it.
Opal is not in BK's chat.
I
Okay,
actually,
Opal.
I actually don't mind BK nowadays, so.
I could tolerate him now way more than I could in
Yes.
the early months of the Summer case.
Fizzle whipped him into shape, and I like this version, so.
Yeah, I think he's done some self-reflection.
Rise Up Shine On has a second comment saying that it's not a jab. Why read it like that in that sarcastic voice? Come on.
That's just
We're
her voice.
jerks. Oh, sorry.
If you
Well, and that's-
expect me to understand the entire context of your argument from one sentence, I don't think that that's entirely possible for anybody. You would certainly need to use more words with a lot more context and a lot more definitive terms than you have presented as your argument. So therefore, if you get sarcastic voice as a return, just be grateful for it and move on with your life. It could have been so much worse.
Look at
That's all I
purple.
have
It
to
means you're
say.
one of the
But
family.
it is uncomfortable when you mean a comment one way and it
Yeah.
gets taken totally. Like, take the comment I made to Hopi the other day. And she
Right.
got so
Lost her
mad.
shit.
And that was good
Lost her
advice.
shit. And I just was offering what I felt was good advice, and it was from a good place. And she didn't like it, and I will never offer her any advice again.
Well, and we've seen lots of creators do that, honestly, where they take a comment the wrong way and immediately lash out. And not that I think We Frosty just did this because, frankly, she
No,
just was
but when
talking
you're
in
in
her
the
normal
chat,
voice.
it feels bad
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
when it's taken in a way you didn't intend it.
Right.
But then that's where we're all responsible. If you're typing into a chat, the onus is on you to make your comment understandable. If it wasn't sarcastic, then present your argument in a way that is understandable, that would make that clear to everyone else, rather than just say, it wasn't sarcastic, right? Why read it in that voice? Why say it in the tone that you said it in? Why choose the words that you did? Why choose the structure of the sentence that you did? I mean, we could go back and forth here all night and it gets us nowhere. Either explain or don't.
I
Your
understand, like,
choice.
I
we're
say
all
just throw a
over.
smiley face up at the end and
Very good. Yes, also.
Why
We
don't we
hearts.
have why we don't have Tiffany haters coming in here heckling us? We don't have Cam and Alley haters or Scott haters. You know what I mean? It's only that one channel.
yeah.
The one creator that says more about you than it does about us.
Yep. And it is a recurring theme in this chat that's the one thing that you choose to dig at. And if you had been here for any amount of time, even just this evening, you can observe that for yourself. You don't need to take my sarcastic word for it. It happens regularly. So if you didn't mean it like that, would you care to explain what you meant? And we will try again. Dialogue is a wonderful thing. Let's try it, she said with all the sarcasm in the world.
She said she's a member at Ziggy's channel.
That makes your
So she's
yeah.
not, I think she's just trying to say it's not a dig at Ziggy or Ziggy's Peggy's. It's just her or him, I don't even know, their opinion as to why people think that she's our leader.
Yeah, we don't have a leader.
No.
I know.
If you
No.
haven't noticed, we are pretty strong-minded individual women.
No payroll, no orders from anyone. It's very disappointing. I'd keep trying and it still doesn't happen.
No unemployment for the lives that you miss.
Right?
Oh,
Wait,
shoot, I was
what?
just going to file mine
What?
for last night.
Oh my gosh. What about vacation? Is there vacation?
It's just not paid.
Can I just tell you all that I have had a very difficult life and therefore I deserve sick pay and possibly all the benefits going. So we need to get cracking on that if we can, back pay is a thing. Come on, chop chop. Hurry up.
Shall we unionize?
Yeah, there we go. Oh shit.
Go fund yourself.
Damn it, that was so
Oh.
appropriate.
And I get it too. Actually, I just read Jen Hoffa's comment. And so essentially, it was an observation on why Lenny dislikes us. was
Oh well,
rise and shine or something like that's comment.
Lenny can kiss my ass. I don't
She
care if she
dislikes
likes
Yeah.
me or
us
not.
because we
I
go
don't
for
like her.
her leader 6 up.
Yeah, I've asked Lenny multiple times if she still supports 6 Up, and she's yet to answer that one
Oh,
for
of
me.
course she does. She goes after the ones like her and Jody Sue Brown. Wasn't she like a big Jody Sue fan too?
Probably.
Oh,
I mean,
have you all witnessed the current unleashing of how we move the chess pieces on the true crime board at the moment? Of now, can we make Jodie Sue back to being the ultimate victim, including mentioning her name by certain creators in the same sentence as Summer? Summer is a victim. Jodie Sue is a victim.
Mm-mm.
That
No,
makes
Jody
me,
Sue. No, no.
yeah, that
You're
makes
an
me
adult.
beyond furious. You may have been a victim of things in your own life that were nothing to do with Summer's case. And for
Mm-hmm.
that, most people, even the ones who dislike you, will still have empathy for it. But those two things are not the same. Not the same.
I
Any
Stop
think Jody
victim,
Sue's a victim to herself.
any
Yeah.
victimhood she's feeling, she could have made stop a long time ago.
Yeah.
A
Well, it's
long time ago. It's called click the X. Don't hit the go live button.
well, it's
she's
close
a
to
victimizer.
Christmas. You know, she gonna have
Oh,
that wish list is gonna need fulfilling this year. There's not gonna be Tiffany Marie and Ziggy doing it this time, or anybody
oh.
else.
Yeah, and her
Is there a
Year-old's
is
getting
there a
ready.
porta potty on that wish list?
Oh God,
Or
if
you just
Just
Oh
only.
wondering.
man, there should be.
Flamethrower.
I don't understand either, Jen Hoff. I think Andy's freaking just as big of a liar as Jody Sue.
Yep.
Yeah.
He can't be
I I don't necessarily agree that they are taking it as gospel. I think they are being respectful to get answers to compare. Um, because there are things being said, and all of that gets documented, like we've seen with everyone else, right? And it gets clipped, and you can refer. We've seen that with, Kraken and Jody Sue lately, where he can go
Right.
back. No, you said this.
Right.
I think it's just the same. In my personal opinion.
When Cam owned Jody Sue last night,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
she said, "I was
exactly.
not owned. I did not get owned." Bitch, you got owned.
Yeah.
So I guess I just see that differently, and I kind of see comments, but they're not like straightforward. He's lying, but more like, oh, weren't we told this before? Those types of things.
Yeah, he conveniently forgets a lot of stuff too. I noticed.
Yes. And I'm very equal opportunities in my criticism. I will say that, in my opinion, I do not think Jodie Sue is Parent of the Year. I can also say that for her ex as well, for different reasons, but I can see how, if anybody has my sympathy and empathy within that family, it's the m- minor child that is stuck within that camper, and the other
100.
child who has had to be join up in order to have any chance at his own life. And that is a desperate situation for anybody to be in. So I hope that those both children, no matter their ages, get some love, support, counseling, all of the things, because they're going to need it more than anybody else within this.
Right.
I
Yeah.
agree. They're
Yeah.
pawns in their parents' shit show, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're props in their parents.
right,
Shit.
Right.
yeah, right.
Yeah. It's I can't even.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
Get-
I
even
just
watch
can't.
it. Like I can't wrap my
I
head
think
around anybody even listening to either one of them.
It's so delusional. I can't. I used to try to watch her, and I did after I found out Cam had been on there. I went back and looked for that part, and was rather entertained. But
I mean, I
as
just
far
like to
as
give.
going
Oh,
there for any kind of factual information, it's not gonna you're not gonna get it from there. No facts.
I just like to give props to like Dazed and Confused and Deets on the Street for clipping those things, so that I don't have to sit through her 20-hour live to figure it out
Right.
myself.
Yes, yes.
God.
Exactly. Everybody is very critical about clip channels, especially when they say something that's non-complimentary about you, instead of having the wherewithal to realize, hold on, if they're pointing this out, there is a reason why it's non-complimentary. What is that reason exactly? Why would other people not like what I have said or done in this situation? Very few people have that level of understanding. Instead, they just go to the, you don't like me, I'm going to strike your channel. Way. Stop it.
I love the clip channels because it shows me stuff that I may not have, watched the live. But if I'm like, did that really happen or did they clip it weird? I go back and
Yep.
I look.
Yep.
And everybody should.
Yep.
That way, whether that clip channel is, clipping and piecing stuff together to make it sound a certain way, or if they have indeed clipped what actually happened. And many times, some of those clip channels that were just mentioned, they got it right.
Yep. It's like the cliff notes of YouTube. It gives you the
Yes.
salient points, not all of the story, just what you need to know right now. But
Yeah,
you can go
sometimes
back.
a long live is too much to,
Yeah.
And then to
there's
find
no
that one
time.
part, yeah.
Right.
No, I agree. And there's good clip channels and there's bad, right? That I follow the
Yes.
ones that give me the information I want, so I don't have to watch certain people.
Right.
I will watch a lot of people. I just choose not to interact with them because I know it wouldn't be safe for either me or them. So I just watch from a distance. And
Well, I mean, really, I just can't watch Jody Sue. I can't do it. I've tried to do it. I can't. I just can't.
yeah, it's
So I
painful.
leave it up to everybody else to give me what's
You-
being said.
But you missed. At least go back and you don't even listen, no sound, just for a second. Kind of go in about 2 hours in, and then look at her with that blanket on, looking like a real tragedy pimp.
Oh, I'm going to. Definitely going to.
It's the hair toss just to expose the scar. I have dealt with a lot of patients who have serious disfigurement, and very few of them, even when they are extremely accepting of their body changes, will flaunt it so aggressively, almost to be like a shield for everything else that happens. Whereas for Jodie Sue, that is the case. And I think that's where, just as it bugs me with Heidi on a very different level, but the same situation, it's like, no,
Yes.
that's not the key part of you. Your illness is not what's causing the problem. Your behavior, your opinions, your
Right.
personality are causing the problems here.
Your illness has nothing to do with
Exactly.
your problems.
Right.
Not with the problems on YouTube, anyway.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready to wind down so I can go to bed here?
Yep.
I got to get up at 5 in the morning.
Go to
Yikes.
bed, Lolita.
Yeah.
Go to bed. Go to bed. All you jerks, go to bed.
Good night, guys.
Good
All
night.
right. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Night.
We'll
Good
see
night.
ya this week sometime.
I'm off to watch The Watcher.
Oh,
I
yeah,
am
maybe I'll fall
intrigued.
asleep to that.
Don't forget your Halloween costumes, everybody, and your potential to
Oh,
win
did you go
all
over?
those vouchers.
Did you go over the prices again before we close out?
Oh,
For
yeah.
those that don't know.
There's the video of all the available gift cards and, well, I guess any gift card that could be sent through email But yeah, we have over $200 in the pot now, so the prizes are getting bigger and better. So I would seriously
How
consider
do they enter?
getting in on this. We will be live on the 28th at 6 p.m. You have until the 31st to email your costume into us at our email should be here somewhere. But you could show it off live on the 28th too. Your choice. Where's my
Perfect.
spot with the email? Oh, I don't think I have a command, but yeah, you can find it on the channel and the community posts too.
Can I
It's
can
in
I
chat.
be Jim Terry's peen bombing? Can I be that?
Sure.
That's your costume?
It's
That's
taken
awesome.
me months of paper mache, but I'm onto it.
So yeah, email in a photo of you in your costume to enter. You can find our email address on our community tab under the dates about the Halloween party.
Yes, get in on it.
Somebody said, Lolita, is your kitty still dressing up?
Yes. Wait till you see this. Yeah, and we should have a pet one too.
That would be fun.
Contest. Yeah, so dress up your pets.
Oh gosh.
Your pets. And it's sad that people have to be psychos because I would love to see kids, but we can't.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Maybe we could send the pet ones to Lip Lock's new kitty
Oh,
channel. I wonder if
yes.
she'd be interested in that for some content.
Yes, that would be cute. Yeah, little shit cat's gonna dress up.
I love that
Does Shit
nickname.
Cat have a name, or is that the name?
No, her
No, it
name
has
is Duchess.
Duchess.
Oh, all I ever hear call the thing is Shit Cat.
Little shit cat, because she's a little shit. Freaking broke my laptop already. Little shit. She's a holy terror. Oh my god, she's so cute. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to go to sleep and she'll be like climbing up my skin to get into bed with me.
Lip Locked, you can drop that link to your other channel too.
Yeah, what is it? The monster furry felines or so. I forget what it was. It was cute though. I'm subbed.
Yeah, go sub up because what's cuter than little kitties? Come on.
I know. I want all of them. All those little ginger kitties.
And the way that Summer Kitty was loving on her the other night.
I like that when she comes outside and she starts talking about Jody Sue. Lip Lock. She walks outside, goes, Jody Sue Brown, and then the mama orange cat looks at her in horror, like, what did you just call me?
Why are you doing this to me again?
Yeah. But the look that the cat gave her was like priceless.
Yeah.
It'll take her a second. That's all right. Take your time.
Lip Lock does wonderful work in rescuing kitties, and this other channel, hopefully we can get her the subs and monetization because she's going to use those funds to help the kitties.
Yes,
So,
kitties are not freaking cheap.
yeah, she takes them to the vet. These little tabby kitties that she has, these little orange tabbies that are, they're gorgeous.
They are gorgeous.
But the mama had them in a ditch, in a, what do you call that, a culvert type thing?
Yeah,
right?
it was like, wasn't it like flooded out?
Yeah, and it was raining, and her husband had to get down there and rescue them out. And I think they were just days old at that point, right? Or
they were tiny.
very brand new, and they have grown into little rascals now.
Furry feline monsters
beautiful.
of mass destruction.
There we go. That's the name of the channel. Lip Locked has dropped it in. Go sub up, guys.
You will not regret it.
I don't even like cats, and I watch because anybody who can rescue anything or rehome a thing and show it love, care, and attention that it wouldn't have had in the world otherwise
Mm-hmm.
tells me a lot about a person. So
Yes.
again, we could argue the bit out all day, every day about every other thing under the sun. That is always a thing to be treasured. So there you go.
All right. Good night, everybody. Good night, jerks. Good night, chat. And we will see
Good night,
you.
Al.
Good night,
Go to
everybody.
bed.
Go to bed.
Yeah, I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke, yeah, yeah. And I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke, yeah, yeah. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down.